Hey there, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're prying open the artist's toolbox, to explore the incredible variety of threads that can take any piece of fabric from just, well, fabric, to something absolutely stunning. You know, this simple idea from our source material, it perfectly frames what we're talking about today. If embroidery is painting with a needle, and I think it is, then your threads are your paints. And trust me, the variety is just as rich and expressive as any painter's palette.
So, how are we going to explore this incredible palette? Well, first up, we'll look at the everyday workhorse, the thread that's the foundation for so many projects. Then, we'll dive into threads that add some serious shine, and others that bring all kinds of unique character. And finally, we'll pull it all together to help you choose the perfect thread for your next masterpiece.
Okay, let's dive right in. Every artist palette has that one foundational color, right? That versatile go-to option. For an embroiderer, that is almost always pearl cotton.
Pearl cotton is, well, it's pretty much the industry standard. Now, you see that term mercerized? All that really means is that the cotton has been treated to make it stronger and way more lustrous. That process is what gives it that smooth, beautiful sheen. And because it's a single twisted ply, it's just so incredibly versatile. It's a real go-to.
So, once you've got your foundational paint down, it's time to add some highlights, right? Let's take a look at the threads that are all about bringing light and a little bit of glamour to your work.
If you want to create an effect that's kind of like a painter using gold leaf, well, metallic threads are what you're looking for. And they're not just for show, they're surprisingly durable and bring this incredible, bold shine in all those classic metal tones. Just a little tip though, metallic threads can sometimes be a little tricky. They can snag or fray, so working with a shorter length of thread can save you a whole lot of headaches.
But what if you're going for a different kind of shine? For something softer, almost like a liquid shimmer, you've got satin and rayon threads. These are synthetic fibers, and they're designed specifically to capture light beautifully, giving your work this brilliant luster that's less, metallic and much more silky.
So it really comes down to the kind of shine you're after. Are you making a bold, powerful statement with metal, or are you going for that bright, elegant shimmer of satin? As you can see, your choice here completely changes the entire mood of the piece.
Okay, now we get to the really fun stuff. These are the threads that add unique textures and these surprising color effects. This is where we truly expand the creative possibilities of your palette, way beyond just shine and color. This is where you can get really complex results with something super simple. Overdyed threads actually have multiple colors on a single strand. So as you stitch, the color changes all by itself, creating this beautiful, evolving pattern with a hand-dyed feel, all from just one thread. And for pure texture, wool is just in a class of its own. I mean, if you want to create the soft, fuzzy feel of a flower petal or the warmth of a winter scarf in your design, wool thread gives you a thickness and a dimension that other threads just can't touch.
All right, so moving on from the soft, natural texture of wool, we are now entering the truly experimental part of the palette. Novelty threads are basically a catch-all for anything outside the box. We're talking fuzzy threads, threads that feel like leather, even thin strands of plastic. Now, a word of caution, they can be tricky to work with for sure, but the surprising textures they create, often totally worth the effort.
After that little venture into the wild world of novelty threads, let's swing to the complete other end of the spectrum, pure classic elegance. For the most delicate, the most luxurious work, you have pure silk. When you're working on fine fabrics, like silk itself, this thread offers an unmatched fineness, letting you create incredibly detailed and subtle embroidery.
So with all these amazing options, how in the world do you choose the right paint for your project? Well, it all comes down to the artistic effect you're trying to achieve. So as we've seen, your choice of thread isn't just a technical decision, it's a huge artistic one. It directly shapes the final look and feel of your embroidery. Do you need something versatile? A bold shine, a soft texture, or fine detail? Each and every one of these threads offers a completely different creative path. Ultimately, the right thread isn't just a material you stitch with. No way. It's the first brush stroke, the first note, the very beginning of your next creative expression. The whole palette is yours.